Yeah, I'm grateful shit, man, you know. What's up, man? Blessed in abundance, look who raised from the dungeon. Still come through in the clutch. I'm that dime in a dozen, pulling up clean to the function. Mislead with assumptions, gotta stay clean from the grudges. Getting way too comfy. Heads up, the king is here. My arrival is right on time. And if you do not mind, I like a glass of Prosecco wine. I'm with the queen, finna get all blind. Wait, scratch that. I'm fly like the jet lag. I'm proof in the fact you can rise from the setback. No room for the chit chat. With a flow like this, hit with an impact. How you do it, I don't get that. He a father, artist, man, and a good dad. Real to the core when I meant that. 10 toes when I'm on, you offend that. Sorry, I done made peace for deposits. Spending my days in the silence. I can hear voice, I can hear the voice of the goddess. And you gotta watch your surroundings. Protect your energy, energy, energy. Energy, 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 flow, 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 go, 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 go. Blessed in abundance, look who raised from the dungeon. Still come through in the clutch. I'm that dime in a dozen, pulling up clean to the function. Mislead with assumptions, gotta stay clean from the grudges. Getting way too comfy. Young men fresh from the jump back, energy feeling like contact, just that pack. Hit 'em up, double right back. Still dope dealing on wax, black, don't crack. I still get the feeling I'm that. I need more space for the plaques, no ceiling, no cap. Running feeling like Jackson, the move from the clay like cash. Too massive for your mind to imagine. We're from sleeping on flows to be putting in codes to getting in trees to the castle. I've been reaching my goals, I've been minding my own, and I found me a wife who can match it. Never mind who was hating, I'm way too brave, and I'm living on pure elevation. Vision. Energy, 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 flow, 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 go, 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 go. Blessed in abundance, look who raised from the dungeon. Still come through in the clutch. I'm that dime in a dozen, pulling up clean to the function. Mislead with assumptions, gotta stay clean from the grudges. Getting way too comfy.
If you ain't with starting what you finish, then what's the point of starting it way before the beginning? See, this my ginger and my water with honey and lemon. I never hang with individuals that don't see the vision. So what's the point of speaking my mind if you ain't gon' listen? The voice in my head could outweigh the difference. You hear the sonics that I'm bringing to the game, it's not a Sega Genesis. Yeah, I'm golden era vintage. The money longer than it seem, like black women shrinkage. Straight middle fingers to you, I ain't got a splinter. Oh, this my jam, isn't it? See, what's the point in all this image that you uphold? These rappers delicate testing me, everything I cut cold with every breath. I've been very necessary with steps. I ain't miss a day of therapy yet. My mental health before anything else. Cause there was dark days where I begged the man above to send me a text. What's the point of being gangster if you ain't gangster when it count? We'll pick that gun up off your hip, we'll pick your mama out of the house. Hold yourself accountable for what you count, check. If you gonna carry on this court, then pick up game that you should bounce. See, what's the point? So what's the point of living life and why you too afraid of pushing over your pride? See, what's the point of being trapped in your mind if you ain't thinking about escaping sometime? See, what's the point if you ain't tapping with God and praying for you, put the flame in you? It's not a painkiller. See, what's the point of always capping in line if you ain't never gonna capitalize? What's the point?
What's the rise, Strickland? The thesis, the root of your critique, latitude, longitude, peak. What's the finger calling them out, saying they did it? What's the numbers on the board that say if you were they winning? If when the game that they gave us leave you with few more plays, inches wishing that you had more time, you feel you should have played different. That's why I'm living through the lens of a wiser me looking back at me. So every time I make a decision, I'm really lapping me. Worry about the casualties of apathy, really care about shit. I used to do it bashfully, but what's the point in not letting them know that I love? Before I'm soaking from ice melting on the shoulders I've rubbed. This pride of mine won't die, defined by lies designed to buy my time so I won't find me. You gotta build your legs to walk the walk. Before I came to the light, I did squats in the dark.
So what's the point of living life and why you too afraid of pushing over your pride? See, what's the point of being trapped in your mind if you ain't thinking about escaping sometime? See, what's the point if you ain't tapping with God? I'm praying for you, put the flame in you. It's not a painkiller. See, what's the point of always capping in line if you ain't never gonna capitalize? What's the point?
Hey, what's going on? Good morning. Sorry for not being here past couple of days. Just need some time to chill out. As well as that, sleep schedule, not conducive to being here on schedule. Hence why we're live at 10 o'clock in the morning East Coast time. I figured I'd hop on because I'm not going to be here all day anyways, so got to leave for a Father's Day get-together type thing for my sisters. But, no. Let's go ahead and go over it, because it's been crazy. I know everybody's hurting right now. Don't switch over. Hi. How you doing? Alright. So, pretty much down. Alright. That's all there is to really say. Me personally, I've just been sitting on the sidelines. I have tried to get into a couple positions here on particularly BTC. I played this level right here when we made this first initial ABC. Did not work out. Had downtrend, uptrend, downtrend. You can see we got a little bit of a rebound off of it. I'm suspecting that that created a B wave, and we're currently in a C. I know everybody's like, Austin, but what if it goes lower? I can't control the market. Alright, so if it does go lower without giving me a hedge position, there's nothing I can do. There was no valid ABC within this uptrend for me to take. I guess you could say there was one right here, but that's not typically the ones I like to take. The last known position was from 31,387, but obviously I had a bias towards the upside because of the macro local low. That's no longer in play. Now, I'm still going to be playing long bias, but I'm going to be holding on to my shorts if we do happen to have a short position come into play. All right, it depends on what I see from the market, what I want to see. All right, but as of right now, if we do happen to come back above 20,066 and recover that low, I think we'll be good for a little bit. All right, couple things to remind yourself of if you are losing money with your account. All right, especially trading. Make sure that you're basing your new risk in terms of dollar amount relative to the percentage. All right, so if you had 5K and you were betting $50 worth of risk, which is 1%, and you are now down to 4K, that is now $40, still 1%. All right, it's very easy to get trapped in the mindset of keeping your risk dollar-wise the same, but increasing the percentage over time. It's going to get you hurt. All right, unfortunately, my account is back down to about $3,500. Yikes. It hurts. All right, there's no way around it. I count my blessings and look at where, where I could have been with this versus where I am now. So thankful for the wins we had. That kind of is keeping my account still stable. All right, which sucks, but it's a part of the game. All right, so Ethereum is a little bit closer to a position I'm about to get into. We had downtrend, uptrend, downtrend. I tried to play that low. All right. Now, I missed the first time, and when I came back down, I re-entered. Missed that time too. So, right here is my new position. If we do happen to come back above 1013, I believe, I'll be hopping into a trade. That's pretty much it, because I'm not really playing LTC at the moment unless we put in a lower low off of $40. Not playing much else. All right. And you have to think about why some other coins are doing a little bit better than others. You have to think about the leverage trading market in general. Because of the derivatives markets, things are hectic on the coins that have higher volumes on derivatives. Stuff like KDA, it is on derivatives, but it's not been on there for a very long time. There's not a lot of positions built up in the market. So it's still holding that $1.40 level pretty well. I'm happy to see that. You can see we kind of got a little bit of a Adam and Eve going on here, which is what I'm hoping to see on Bitcoin and Ethereum over the next couple of months. A little bit of a reminder too. I showed this off on the Discord today. All right. If we go back to the 3K bottom, all right, it looks very similar. All right. We had the first downtrend, nice little break to the upside, and then another downtrend after that. We set in two separate ABCs. We had the larger one here, which set in this level at 3,469. Which it was retested, and you probably would have been wicked out, I would say once, maybe twice. All right. We're not counting over here, so probably about 3 or 4 times. So if you would have caught this position, which is what I'm hoping this one is turning into, all right, we'll see what happens. But I know it's very unfortunate for a lot of people, because if you don't have those bigger wins from the past to offset these losses, especially if you're playing an inverse perpetual, all right, like I said, most of my account is in inverse perpetual right now, if not all of it, because I think I switched out some to help with margin. Yep, got $0 in USDT. I bought into BTC when we had this last drop. That's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and switch over to the chat log here. Well, how you guys doing? Can I check a link? Sure. The link's doing actually pretty well. The only problem is we do have... Link wants to see a lower low. I'm almost... Obviously, I can't say I'm positive, but if we look at the structure here, we have downtrend, uptrend, and it's looking for that one lower low. And you can see we're kind of in the midst of an A, B, C for that C wave. But if we do happen to put in a lower low than $5.31 and recover it, according to the ABC method, that's a pretty good one. Hey Kai, what's the difference between inverse perpetual and USDT? What are the pros and cons? Well, the pro for USDT would be your, shielding yourself from downside potential while still being able to take advantage of the market. And then the pro to inverse perpetual is that if we are at bottom, you're not only making money off of your trades, right? You're making money off of the actual movement of the account itself, the coins that are being added to the account via the trade, and the actual trade profit. So the downside being, if there is a drop in the market and you don't have a short open, you're just losing money. Now, you still have the same amount of coins, so don't freak out. When moon again? I have no clue. But yeah, according to some of these coins, like LTC and Link that you just showed off, might be indicating one more drop in the market, but things are starting to line up a little bit better. Now, if we look at something like the US 100, the US 100 is not looking that bad. Now, if we look at the higher time frames here, we can see we have downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, and you can see this little tiny ABC within that. So if we can get back about some of these levels, I think we might be able to recover, but that's a what if. Now, in terms of the US 100, we do have a lot of support in this region, but if we break it, it's a hard sell. It's a hard sell. All right. I don't mean it's a hard sell in terms of just sell. I'm saying like, hopefully you know what I mean. But this is pretty much the last line of support in the US 100. If that breaks, yikes. Big yikes. Now, hopefully if we are going to break it, we have some sort of recovery bounce for a hot second, create some ABC shorts, and things start moving down from there. I'm not touching the US 100. I'm just using it for reference, but I'm, replying in terms of hopefully BTC does that following it. What trade setups am I currently looking at? I'm looking at 20,066 on BTC, and I'm looking at 1,013 on ETH. Hey Kai, how you doing, mate? Doing pretty good. I've been cooking a lot of steak, staying up too late. Just all that good stuff. Tell you what though, I'm getting good at it. I'm really getting good at it. I've kind of like perfected some of the cuts of steak. I know exactly what I want from them. So like ribeyes, all right, if they're cut about like 1.5 inches thick, well maybe not 1.5 inches, but like 1.25 inches, typically I'll put in there for about like 132 for about 4 to 6 hours, and sear it for about a minute on each side. I've upgraded, so I'm doing crazy things. Steak, phenomenal. We out here. Chris, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you too. Best time to DCA is at a good time. Whenever the market can show that it can recover previous lows, that's a good point to DCA for me personally. But can't really tell you. The problem is with pretty much everything right now, the local lows have been broken. All right, if we look at Ethereum on a higher time frame here, pretty much, I would say, yeah, if we break 916, we ain't got much until we probably get down closer to maybe the 500s, but 300s is much more likely. I'm a trader. I don't really like making predictions about where things are going to go anymore. I play the levels that are current and hold on for dear life and hope the market does right by me. Obviously, we look at the mathematics of like the overall Bitcoin. I mean, I've been saying it. Now, the one thing that got me tripped up was the 1 year hodler wave. That being stabilized did give me a little bit of hope. But in terms of like the halving being so far away, mathematically, downside was always an inevitability. So, like I said, I'm not trying to predict any bottoms. I'm just using the levels as they develop and looking at past trends. And for BTC, I mean, BTC, we have a support at 16,180. If 16,180 fails, we're probably looking around 10K if things continue to stay underneath these levels as we progress. Set up a 20,000. You forgot to enter stop loss. I don't know, man. That's up to you. At this point, with 90%, do you have much more to lose? Unless it's a massive order and 10% is a lot of money, I don't know. I can't really give you advice on that, man. I'm very sorry that happened. And I know there's probably a couple people that were wondering what happened last stream. I'm going to keep it very brief. The person who imitates people from stories I tell, although they do it in good jest, unfortunately that one time was not a good time. Some things happened over the course of my vacation, quote unquote, and unfortunately I'm not speaking to my mom anymore. Don't know if I ever will again. And then to see that chat message from, you know, my mom, kind of, it set me off a little bit. So it is what it is. Unfortunately, I can't really control that situation. But yeah, unfortunately, time doesn't heal the brain, though. I think my mom's got some stuff going on. And she's taking it out on people around her. Okay, it doesn't sound not too big of a deal. Hopefully, you know, it's just an expensive lesson. Maybe things will turn around. Like I said, LTC and Link and some of these other things are making me think that we might drop down a little bit further, which is unfortunate, but you never know. Should I wait till the first for the Patreon? Every time. Wait till the second, all right, just to make sure, because it's based off of California time. So when California hits the first, but I just say the second to make sure everything is okay. Seems we're heading into a bad recession. The crypto market won't recover until the macro does. They are largely correlated. Sure. I agree with you. I mean, listen, guys, I'm in a brag here, but I kind of predicted the apocalypse, you know, a year and a half ahead of time. Now, don't get me wrong, I was off about the date. Okay, I was thinking about 2023. All right, but I was on the money when it came to. All right, so a year ago, March 24th, I predicted that when the NASDAQ company got to 214, that's when World War III would start. This is before that we even, Russia even invaded Ukraine. People are gonna be like, he said we got him. No, not we, Russia. All right. And to the T, I mean, come on. To the T. Let me go to the NASDAQ company. Boom. 214. T. Now, I hope I'm dead wrong about where the bottom needs to be, because I said the bottom needs to be 71. We're only at 148. So, hopefully, I'm totally wrong about that, but we'll see. When you set conditionals, how far away do you set it from the if this and that line? Probably by a couple dollars, you know, just to give the market some leeway. Is what your mom did bad enough to outweigh everything she's done for you? You only live once and you can't come back. Listen, I gave this speech to my sisters many times. I've defended my mom at every single turn and begged my sisters to get back in contact with her. And I was giving them that same speech. Time is short, blah, 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 blah. But it's not getting better. And she is explosive. And there's nothing we can do. By all means, if she gets some help and apologizes, I'll talk to her again. She was being reckless in the car, started to get a little bit delusional, and at that point, we had to get out of the car. We were 400 miles away from home. There was no rentals, and we had to rely on help from others. Otherwise, we were stuck down there. Our only option would have been to stay in that car with her, and we probably would have been left on the side of the highway. So, and that's just one instance. I have a lot more things from my past that I will not say that I have forgiven her for, but is still there. So, I appreciate what you said, but at some point there is a time where things have to stop. Doesn't mean I don't love them. Just means I can't be a part of it. It's destructive. And no good comes from it. Nothing. Rather than waiting for the A to get touched before setting up a conditional, do you think it would be better suited to play the retest of that break? Yeah, you could do that if you want to play breakout trading. I'm playing reversals and then holding on if things continue moving the right way, and then hedge the position as things get set up in the future. That's how I play my portfolio. Okay, how do you know that the wave is finished? You can't. You can only hope, I guess. Now for me, if you have a downtrend that cuts into a nice deep uptrend, and then that uptrend or the next downtrend supersedes the previous one, all right, and it comes back above, you can assume, but you can't know. It can always go back down below. Now, hopefully before it does, there is a hedge position to be had, but unfortunately not always. Yeah. Sucks, man. We're at 7K, and we bled all the way back down to 3.4. Now, not all of that was losses from trades. It was just cumulative because I'm playing on inverse perpetual, and we're down pretty much. Let's see. Just from this area up here, we're down over 15% from where we were originally taking our trades, which was up here, down 37%. That's what I'm thinking, Miki. You know, and unfortunately, the way like Southern families is, you know, mental illness doesn't exist, blah, blah, blah. You know, you just suck it up. Drink your Coca-Cola and go on about your business. So, that's the unfortunate part. I don't think there will be any resolution to this. But, hey, like I said, I'm not open. I mean, I'm open to if she does get some psychological help. Unfortunately, if she listens to this stream, she's gonna probably, I don't know, cut my house down and burn it, thinking that I'm making fun of her, but I'm not. Absolutely no way, shape, or form am I making fun of her. She was a good mom. Unfortunately, she had her faults, and unfortunately, something is happening to her that is causing things to get worse. That's all there is to it. Yep, still using a 1% stop loss. Anthony, I understand where you're coming from, but I've been there. I'm the only sibling that has maintained consistent contact with my mom. There's nothing that can help this. She's not the type of person we can sit down with her and go, hey, I think there's something mentally going on, and suggest getting her help, and she'll go through with it. This particular song is Equilibrium by Carbon-Based Lifeforms. Do you use leverage trading? Yes, I use leverage trading with 1% stops. I don't typically spot trade. I'll DCA with spot, but I trade with leverage. I got about maybe 40 minutes before I gotta go. Like I said, I gotta head up north today to drive my sister up to her dad's. What leverage? Because that's crazy right stops. Because that's crazy stops, right? It's tight stops, but it allows me to take advantage of the market if the market does go in my direction. Do you buy on candle? No, it's real-time price action. As soon as the candle goes above or below, everything's done in real time, not candle closes. How do I enter this trade? If we get back above 10-12, I'll enter this trade. The last song was Equilibrium by Carbon-Based Lifeforms. So like during the stream section, I always play Carbon-Based Lifeforms. Obviously, you have to go find out which song in particular, but it's always Carbon-Based Lifeforms. And then in the description of this video, there's a link to the Spotify playlist for the songs I play in the beginning and the end of the live stream, which are not Carbon-Based Lifeforms. My mom is diabetic? Probably. It might be attributing to the brain degradation, but I'm not sure about that. I don't use trailing stop losses ever. I'm longing if I get back above 10, 12, 10, 13. How do you hedge a position? So let's say you have a long open from 10-12, and then a new position opens up at 1280. We have an uptrend, a downtrend, and an uptrend, and the tip of the A, the top of the A, is at 1280. You would go ahead and you would open up the opposite position. Now, if you're on inverse perpetual, trading coin, you're holding physical Bitcoin, trading physical Bitcoin, getting physical Bitcoin back. You cannot open a long and a short at the same time. So if you're trading inverse perpetual, you can either have two accounts, one short, one long, or you can use a sub account, or you can trade longs on inverse, shorts on USDT. Or if you're on USDT, you can have a short and a long open at the same time on the same account. Why that is? Not quite sure. That's just how it is. If you try to open a short while in a long on inverse perpetual, you are going to cancel out the open long. Let's say you have 6,000 contracts long, and then you take a 4,000 contract short. All right, now you're only going to be long 2,000 contracts. You know what I'm saying? If we get above 10, 12, where's that? LOL. 1,012 on Ethereum. Right where this green line is. Hey, Kite, I pulled up a Impulse 5 ways from September 2020 low, and it seems like 17.5K or 16.2 wick low is where it might get picked up at. What do you think? Seems, reasonable. Like I said, the local lows on BTC, on the macros, the next one would be about 16.3, which is in line with what you're talking about. Garrett, what's going on, man? I'll be going long at 10-12. Do I ever move my stop loss and break even? Nope. When I open a trade, I am signing a contract that I will lose that amount of money if I do not win this trade. Just how I play. Now, like, as things progress in the market, if I have a really good, right? No bullshit 5-second chart crap. All right. If I have a really good place of confidence to go long from, if I'm already in a long and I have an alternate short, all right, then I will take profit on my trade prematurely before taking a loss. But that's me taking profit, not necessarily my stop loss. It has to be very, very deliberate. It can't be because I'm just afraid of losing money. I think it's pretty apparent. I'm not afraid of losing money. Everything in due time. Hey, Kai, bro. I've been on a short position trade with BTC since 19,581. Did quite well, but I'm wondering if I should exit. Can't really tell you to exit, man. I'm sorry. I would say, you have a really good position. Actually, you said 19,580. I mean, that was a little bit of a breakout trade, wasn't it? It was kind of in the midst of the drop. You're kind of playing with fire there because, you could get stopped down in a retest. I can't really tell you to close that. If you had a short from up here, I would say hedge your position if it happens to come back about 26. But you're in kind of a predicament there, man. I can't really give you my thoughts on that. No problem. Anybody know the ticker for crude oil? Is this it? MCX? Hey! That ABC is completed right there. Let's see. I'm really hoping that we see a retracement back down on this. Obviously, we got a lot more to go. I'm hoping that if we can get a retracement back down and break this local low, I hope it does it even if the market starts turning around. Are you still bullish on Hex? I was never bullish on Hex. I wasn't anti-Hex. I wasn't ever for Hex. I just don't like Richard Hart. Maybe I shouldn't say I don't like the guy. I just don't like the way he moves. If that makes sense. I think that some of the stuff he could be doing would be better. Now, obviously, he might not have the same traction, socially wise, if he moved appropriately, but I still think that integrity over follower count is worthwhile. Because it's posturing. Whenever you surround yourself by expensive items that people want, they see you as the method of obtaining those things. One of the reasons why I don't try to flash money around everywhere. Don't advertise it that crazy. I did the $100 account, didn't do crazy things with it. And everybody's got their different opinions on that, but that's mine. It's the same thing like, Ty Lopez, is that his name? In the garage, the Lambo, it's posturing. Is Hex doing well? No. No, it is not. From this last ABC that we marked out, down 81%. No, I can't say much because look, Bitcoin's down 58%, so got a little bit of that. Does the B wave always have to be lower than the A wave? Yes. Because if the B wave was not lower than the A wave, that would still just be an A wave. Now, if you're talking about downside, same thing. It would have to be above the A wave. Now, that doesn't work. All right. It can't be above the start of the A wave. It needs to be above the end of the A wave. And this one cannot be below the bottom of the A wave. Because then you're just in another trend. You're misidentifying. Like, if we put in a higher high here, this is just a singular uptrend. All right. You can't have a downtrend with a higher high. It just doesn't work logically. This is the downtrend. This is the uptrend. So now all we got to work with is A, B, C, A, B, C, and hopefully we find bottom sometime in the future. I can't pretend to know where it's gonna be, but I'll be there when it happens. And you better bet your bottom dollar I'll be holding a fantastic long from it. I'll be hedging my positions along the way, taking profit on the shorts, hopefully to add back into a new position that the market allows me to get into, but I'll be there when it happens. Believe you me. But I'll probably be hopping off here pretty soon, probably about 5 minutes or so. I want to take a quick shower before I get on the road. Brush my teethers and stuff like that. I gotta clean up my room when I get back too, but I'll probably sleep when I get back. Hopefully, today I should be able to reset my sleep schedule because we're probably gonna be up there for, I want to say at least a couple hours, maybe 5-6 hours. So I have no option but to stay awake. And probably, you know, sister's probably gonna have to drive back a little bit. Thank God for automatic cruise control. So I should be back on schedule following, you know, this week, and keep you up to date on everything crypto. Where do I work? I don't work anywhere. So you're doing that now in a big short? No. So I shorted 45,300 all the way down to 27,000, and then I was long from there. So unfortunately, I missed the boat on this last short. It is what it is. I made my choices, and unfortunately, I was wrong. That happens sometimes, and you know, like I said, I'm just counting my blessings that I made those really good wins during that period of time. So my account that started at 1,000 got to 7 grand, and despite the market being absolutely destructive, I'm still at 3.5. So, you know, it is what it is. And I know that there's people out there that either one, just started watching me, started using ABCs, and things are not working out right now. It is what it is. All right. But hopefully things start turning around. Now I'm taking my sister up to Northern Virginia to have like a crab feast for Father's Day. Because me and my siblings all got different dads. So, a little bit more clue of how our home life went. But we all love each other. There's no difference with a half-blooded sister. But these are the conditionals I got put in place. I'll zoom in if you guys want to take a screenshot or something. And like I said, it's an if this and that statement. So if we go above and I get stopped out and then we go back above that, you better bet your bottom dollar I'll be back in it. Yeah, I say that, but the other night I did miss these trades, which all in all, yeah, it is what it is. Nah, fish can't go with me. But my cousin's gonna be home around 2:30, 3 o'clock, and he helps take care of fish, so he's not gonna be alone all day. That's for sure. All right, guys. Let's pick some songs for the outro today. I'm gonna play "Never Gonna Get It" by Lubalin. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's a pretty good one. So I'll play that. I'll add it to the playlist if you guys like it. I'll see you guys most likely on Monday. Like I said, I think I'm gonna be able to get my sleeping schedule back in order. To get on relatively around 1 p.m. EST. So I'm shooting for, as always. I know I suck at it. Trust me, I know. All right, but I try. So probably within 3 hours, starting at 1 p.m. going forward, that's when you can expect me. Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, I appreciate the support as always, guys. I know the market's rough, but you got to persevere. So, at what point do you stop giving up? What point do you give up placing conditionals on BTC and Ethereum? I don't. If it's a shit altcoin, I shouldn't say shit altcoin. If it's an altcoin that has really high volatility at the time, yeah, I'll probably give up after like 15, 20 tries. But that's just me, dude. If I really want an entry, I'll take it. Because theoretically, if the market's not going to hold at that point, it should move away from it, right? Unfortunately, sometimes you do get caught up in some chop. Not always, but sometimes. I don't really have set rules around that. I feel it out. All right, guys. I'll check you later. Let's do the thing. Log off. See you shortly. Have a good rest of your weekend. Happy Father's Day to any fathers out there. And all right, let's do it. Bye.
I'm sitting by myself inside my head. As soon as I can breathe, it starts again. Something in me wants me to lose, but I'm never gonna let it in. No. Yeah, something in me wants me to lose, but I'm never gonna let it in. No. Look, I got questions, I got doubts, I got darkness all around. I think I might have found a route, found a way in, no way out. Never gonna let it in, never gonna let it win. Never gonna get to my head. Never gonna let it show, never gonna let it go. Never gonna get to my head, no, no. And I remember having all these dreams, yeah. I used to be so sure, like calm blue seas, yeah. But I got questions, I got doubts, I got darkness all around. I think I might have found a route, found a way in, no way out. Never gonna let it in, never gonna let it win. Never gonna get to my head. Never gonna let it show, never gonna let it go. Never gonna get to my head, no. I'm never gonna let it get to my head. I'm never gonna let it never gonna let it, never gone, never gone, never gone, never gone.